Greetings and welcome back to Yakuza. Now, last time we fought Majima at the batting cages after he kidnapped Haruka, and we also found out some new stuff, such as the fact that Haruka's pendant, which she apparently got from Yumi, is supposedly worth 10 billion yen. But for now, we will be doing a little bit of side questing, and before we get to that, let's just power up Kazuma's health and his dodging abilities. There we go, we have strength reinforcement 6 and a little bit more health, which of course is always useful, especially since, well, sometimes in this game taking hits is kind of unavoidable, so... Okay, and somebody's trying to get our attention here outside this arena. Here's a lost soul of purgatory, as they are called in Yakuza Kiwami. And apparently Kage is having some issues with his family. And apparently his son has never actually met him. So we should be paying Kage a visit at some point. But first, here is a drunk man who wants a little bit more booze. So I guess we will go and pick up some sake at whichever store sells it. And along the way we run into a couple of Yakuza who seem to be trying to... Well, these are the same guys who were trying to scam the owner of the Smile Burger in one of the early episodes. And they are still at it, trying to scam the ice cream parlor, but we're not having any of that. So let's just beat them down, as we do. One of them has a dagger, so maybe we should take him out first. And then stab him with it, or at least attempt to. I always keep forgetting that you don't have a ground attack while using the dagger or a knife, but I mean... We did okay with that, I suppose. And somehow this guy's still up. So let's fix that. Yeah, I'm sure their business will suffer horribly if these guys never show up again. Maybe later. Anyway, let's just drop by the pawn shop to sell off some of the crap we have been accumulating. Such as the tortoiseshell plate we got last time from the guy who we brought the briefcase to. Alright, I guess that's the only thing we really want to sell right now. And something seems to be going on here. It's Momoko who has gotten into some trouble with some gangsters from the Tojo clan. I mean, she was doing this series of reports on the underworld and stuff like that, and I suppose it is kind of the danger in that line of work to end up in situations like that. So yeah, I guess we'll be teaching these guys a lesson as well. couple of fairly large guys, but face stomping works just as well as usual, so no big deal here. Well, except when we try to grab someone and just screw that up completely. So much for him. And now it's only Oshiro here left, so let's see if we can do a nice heat action on him. Well, apparently not. Yeah, I was trying to kind of crack his back on the railing, but the context-sensitive heat action didn't quite trigger, so. And Umoko gives us some more money, and that's about it really. We pretty rarely get anything particularly interesting from these side quests. It's usually just money and some experience. And maybe a weapon if you're lucky. Okay, and this lady seems to have lost her bag. Or someone has stolen her bag. So I suppose our next order of business is to find a white shoulder bag. First, let's just stop by the coin lockers and get ourselves a handmade gun and a player piece, which is for Baccarat. Now that's rude. Yeah, so apparently our bag thief has headed on over to Champion District. And well, Kazuma apparently sees him, but we don't. And of course he's right here in this corner. Gotta love fixed camera angles. A bunch of lazy thieves in this town can't even be bothered to steal their own or steal stuff themselves. They just hire some random dudes to steal it for them. But here are the guys that we needed to find, so let's see if they will give up the bag with a little bit of gentle coercing, or if we need to use the old Kazuma Kiryu style of diplomacy. Well, I guess we couldn't really convince them, so let's see if this works. Also, that guy just dropped the crowbar, so let's see if we can pick that up. I mean, we can pick it up, but it's another story if they actually let us. But yeah, that'll do nicely. And we got the bag, so now we just have to bring it to the lady. Right over here. Right. Well, I'm sure that is a relationship that is going to go places. But you do you, I suppose. So here on the theater alley we have this weirdo standing around and stopping us on the street and wanting us to pick up an item for him. Well, that sounds weird. I mean, why can't he just do it himself? I mean, it's right around the corner. Oh well. So oh, hold on. Having some problems with the fixed cameras here. And yeah, I think there is actually a whole bunch of ladies standing around. I was about to say that in Kiwami there's a couple of women that are standing here and you have to figure out which one of them is the one who has the stuff, but apparently that was a thing in the original as well, and the game just doesn't really focus on it all that much. But anyway, we got the package and now we just need to bring it back to the guy. I mean, we could open it, but that would mean we get less money and less experience, so let's just go with practicality this time. Weirdo. Anyway, yes, you might guess that that package contains something a little dodgy, I suppose. It has a bunch of women's underwear, so yeah, that's a thing. But let's move swiftly on from that and head back to the batting cages where this former professional baseball pitcher is standing around. And he offers to pitch 20 magic balls, and if we can hit 10 home runs, he's gonna pay us some money. And if we lose, we're gonna pay him some money, but we're not gonna lose. Yeah. So yeah, here's the batting minigame. It's not very difficult. It took me a couple of tries to get the timing right, but yeah, this is basically just timing based. You can move around a bit, but I'm not really sure if that actually affects anything. But yeah, as long as you can get the timing right, you usually get the home run, so it's not a big deal. Now the batting minigame has appeared in, I think it's been in all of the Yakuza games, and I think this just might be one of my favorite implementations of the minigame. Because, you know, it's just get the timing right, and that's about it really. While in the other games you kinda have to think more about positioning and all that stuff, and it gets kinda fiddly and annoying. And I just completely screw up these last couple of swings, but who cares? I mean, I think we are already at... at 10, at least after that one. I wasn't really counting anyway, so... In hindsight, I probably should have cut this down a bit, but eh. And just finish off with a strong home run. Okay, yeah, and we got 11, which is not great, but you know, we passed the challenge, and that's what's important. So yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I think Kiryu might be a bit old to start a baseball career at 37 years old, but you know. So you actually have to beat this guy 3 times to, or beat this minigame 3 times to get the reward from the side quest and complete the side quest. So yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, on the last one I got 18, which is pretty good. And of course we receive 50,000 yen every time we actually beat him, so that's nice. So that was that. And it looks like we've got some more Yakuza bothering people at cafes and restaurants. Well, I guess these guys are just kinda hanging out and not really trying to scam anyone out of money or anything, but you know, they are kind of intimidating the customers by standing around, so let's just send them off to find some other place to loiter at. That fat guy doesn't even look like a Yakuza, he just looks like a janitor or something. Well, I guess he was wearing a pretty fancy shirt, but whatever. And I'm also slightly regretting the fact that I didn't use the giant cone, but you've seen the heat action.
Excuse me?
I decided to visit the cafe just in case there's a coin locker key or whatever, but they didn't have any. Now here at the other cafe on the same street, the manager is looking for something to spice up the decor a little bit. And as luck would have it, we of course have a whole bunch of paintings that we are carrying around. So let's just give him this painting of the cat and the... Well, that says it's a carrot, but it very obviously was not a carrot in the actual painting, but never mind. But yeah, we'll just sell that to him. I don't remember if the rest of the paintings have any purpose really. It was just the one that was for the art gallery guy earlier, and I mean to the writer, and then another one to the art gallery guy, and the last one to the cafe owner. And also we just gave this guy a betting tip, so we'll see how that goes. So before we do anything else, let's just look at the side missions menu here. We have done 37 missions. There isn't really anything interesting about this. You can't click on them to get more details or anything like that. But we saw we have a couple of quests in progress.
Excuse me?
What's this guy saying? Yeah, thanks. Not really helping us very much, but whatever.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, and here is the art dealer that wanted the other painting.
Yes, sir.
So let's show him the painting that the artist called his masterpiece, which is... Hold on, I do believe it's the egg and pumpkin one. Yeah, there we go. So that is what he wants. Well, that seems okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mentioned the art dealer or whatever earlier, and this was the guy that I actually meant. I was slightly jumping the gun there, but never mind. And finally we will go ahead and talk to this old guy staring at the wall, which does appear to have some graffiti on it. I guess we can all see where this is going. Sure, we will stand right in this spot and stare at the wall.
Excuse me?
I mean, of course we will accept the side quest. Why would we not? Well, that was fast. I didn't even have to wait for very long. And this guy seems to be adamant that he didn't do this, but... Well, there he goes. Better follow him. Because he's pretty suspicious and all. Not sure why I paused, but eh. Anyway, the young guy just runs off to this Yakuza and yeah, we are about to fight them. So here we go again. No fighting in the alley this time. Of course, since we are in an alley, it's a pretty good place to, well, grab a guy and throw him at his friends, so they all kind of drop their weapons. And then we just get dumped on our head with a German suplex because I suck at tapping the X button apparently. Okay, come on, this is embarrassing now. I finished them off with a stomp. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, so it turns out that this kid is just trying to become an artist, but his dad isn't having any of it, and so he's kind of rebelling by spray painting the front of the restaurant or the cafe or whatever.
I see.
Okay, well, that seems physically implausible, but whatever. You do that. And another 50,000 for our troubles, and yeah, we'll be doing some more side quests in the next episode, so I will see you then.